Hello there, welcome back to Simon's Shed. Hope you're all well, and yes, I've been spending my hard-earned reward points and a little bit of my own money on the latest releases from Hornby in their TT120 range. They've released some brake vans and tank wagons, and yeah, I decided to get my hands on some of those. So I think we should take a look. In terms of the layout itself then, it is almost exactly the same as when you saw it last, although quite a lot cleaner. Yes, the plaster did clean up quite easily, so I know a couple of you were worried about how messy it was, but yes, it's all part of the fun, and as I say, it did clean up nicely. So I have ordered some more plaster to finish off that bit, which is why I'm a bit stuck at the moment, because that hasn't turned up yet, but as soon as it does I'll carry on with the layout. But yes, in the meantime, while we're waiting for that, let's have a look at what we've got here. So as you can see, I've been putting my Hornby reward points, whatever they're called, to good use, and got a bit carried away. You have to be careful when you spend them. You put something in the basket and it says, oh, you need to spend a bit more for free postage, so you put a bit more in, and then you click the button to take the reward points off, and it takes it below the free postage, and basically you end up buying a lot more stuff than you originally intended. So yeah, watch out for that little trick, but I kind of fell for it and ended up with two tank wagons and a brake van. So let's have a look at what I got. We got the TT120, the tank wagon mobile, which we'll have a look at. I'll get them all out in a sec. Another tank wagon, a 6008, and this is a careless livery. I just basically picked the liveries that I like the look of, to be honest. And the brake van, I have spotted that there are now some 7-plank wagons in stock, so I might have to pick up one or two of those as well. Otherwise it's quite a small rake. But yes, the brake van I went for is the LNER1 TT6011, and it's the towed brake van. So what shall we go for first? Let's open the mobile one, shall we? So no documentation or anything, not that you really need any instructions for a tank wagon. That's quite securely held in place. Yeah, let's get the light on and see if we can see the detail a bit better. That's better. Right, and speaking of the detail, initial impressions are it does look very good. We've got some sort of fine, looks like separately fitted details here. If I have a close look at the top, you can see you've got some the detail of that sort of valve there that you presumably that's a wheel that you turn, painted separately. Detail on the end looks good. You've got a little decorative hook above the real coupling, usual TT120 couplings. Seems pretty free rolling. Let's see if we can get a close look at the printing. It looks really crisp and clear. Quite impressed with the detail on the axle boxes, but also I assume that's the brake there. does actually seem quite close to the wheels, which often isn't the case, and it's ridiculously far away. So yeah, impressed with that. Obviously it is a completely new tooling. This is what she looks like underneath. We've got the sort of kinematic couplings there, which sort of keeps the distance nice and close. But yeah, looks really good to me. Really impressed with that. The printing is good, detail is good, and yeah, let's have a look at the careless one, shall we? Oh, these are quite difficult to undo. They're certainly not going to escape from that. And yeah, so this is exactly the same prototype by the looks of it, just obviously a different livery. And as I say, I just really like this livery, so I picked this one. There is a green sulfuric acid tank wagon available as well, and yeah, I mean, that is just too fine to read looking at it now with the naked eye. So it'll be interesting to have a look at that when it's in the video and zoomed in 4K. But yeah, certainly to the naked eye looks really, really impressive. And we've got the same level of detail as before. Yeah, looks superb. I guess the one thing I do have to mention, if you're looking for a Hornby TT120 loco to pull these, as at the time of recording, well, you're going to pull it with an A3 or an A4 or an A1, so yeah, not really any shunters available yet. The 08 is still imminent, I believe, so hopefully that'll be along soon, and as soon as it is, I'll pick one of those up and it'll be used to pull these. But yeah, really like that. Let's have a quick look at the towed brake wagon. So yeah, just because I've got the A4 and Blink Bonnet, decided to stick with the LNER theme and picked up the LNER sort of themed brake van. With the sort of limited rolling stock at the moment, you can't be too fussy in terms of, I want to model this exact region at this exact time. It's kind of it will be sort of slim pickings at the moment until the range fills out, but I'm sure it will. And in the meantime, we can have fun with rule 1. It's my layout, I'll run whatever I want, so that's very much the plan at the moment. But yes, the brake van needs a bit of weathering for me on the roof. It's a bit sort of plasticky and shiny, and yeah, too clean. But that's not the fault of the model. The sides, again, I'm going to say it looks a little bit plasticky, but nothing a weathering can't solve. There's something going on here which I'm not sure what that is. It may just be sort of glue marks or a bit of a imperfection in the painting. I don't know if that's coming across on the camera, but we have got some separately fitted detail there, and again the printing looks nice and crisp. Got some tiny little prints again on the running plate. Again, the end detail looks good, a similar sort of level to the tank wagons, and we've got a nice floor. You can see there the sort of wooden beams on the floor. What I very much doubt there's anything going on inside, but I will try and have a look. Yes, there we go. Look at that. We have got some interior detail there, look. You can just see, I think that's the brake, the wheel to put the brake on. I mean, it is very hard to see, but it's good that they've included that, so that's good. Another thing I just noticed, the glass, if you look at the glass on that end, well, it's not glass, but you know what I mean. And then this side, I don't know if you can see there is a bit of smudging, maybe glue on the glazing there. So yeah, good model, a lot of detail, fantastic printing, but a few maybe imperfections caused by imperfect assembly, shall we say. A few glue marks, definitely. Seems pretty free rolling again, and same coupling system as the wagons with the springs. So yeah, it's not perfect, but overall, and certainly from normal viewing distance, looks good. I suppose I can try and clean the bits of glue off, but yeah, shouldn't really have to. So yeah, that's the towed wagon. Yeah, I think we need to put them on the track, and she's not going to like it, but my A4 is going to have to be pressed into shunting duties. We've got our little freight rake on the track, and seems to roll along nicely. I'll just show the couplings, they're all nice and level, and yeah, work very well. And these give me a chance to use my Tillig TT120 uncoupler, which is either a case of doing that, or it has a magnet on the end, and you can do that. I didn't actually know that the Hornby couplings do have the metal bits in the couplings. I thought Hornby they'll just use cheap plastic ones, but no, they do have the metal bits in, and they are able to be uncoupled magnetically. So you can see, if I just do that, they couple together really well. Yeah, the only problem with this is the gap between here is fine, but with the Mark 1 coaches and the Pullman coaches, there's not enough gap to get the magnet down there. I have got a solution to that, and I think I'm going to do, I've got another, the Hornby uncoupling ramp has arrived, so I think I'll do just a separate video on different ways of uncoupling TT120 stock, because once it is coupled, it really does not want to come uncoupled, which is kind of the opposite problem to most other scales I've tried. Right, so yeah, let's get these coupled up and give them a run. So turn the sound off so you can hear me. I did try, obviously got the Hornby Select plugged in, so I did try and control the train using that, but seems like there is a another bug with the HM7000 system where sometimes it won't go into DCC mode. So it looks like I'll have to wait for an update on that one, and we'll just have to try and film and control on the same device. But yes, impressed with the tank wagons and the brake van, and as soon as I get a little 08 shunter, they will come in really handy. In conclusion then, really happy with the wagons. I should have mentioned the price. The wagons are £22 each, which I think represents pretty good value for the level of detail provided, which is good, and the printing is excellent. Few issues maybe with assembly, especially with the brake van sort of glue marks on a few bits of the model, but overall pretty good, and I'm sure I'll be buying some more along with some 7 plank wagons to make a nice little shunting rake. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!